Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, July 6th, 2021. The name of this episode is Prepare for Your Digital Cash to Disappear. Prepare for your digital cash to disappear. I'm going to show you a couple more stories here about some attacks that have happened here and how very easily these sort of things can happen to your other platforms. It could be a stock trading platform where you have your money tied up. It could be a bank. Even your 401k retirement account, it's on a digital platform. It's not real money. It's not physical money. And that's why I always try to stress to have some cash out of the system, not just cash, but some real money, not the fiat cash, but real hard assets. My favorite is silver because you can get a lot of it for even a cheap price. A lot of people are even moving into bronze now with the bronze rounds and bars because silver prices have kind of gone up, over the past few years. Well, let's talk about this recent story here. CBS News, hackers got in demanding $70 million to end the biggest ransomware attack on record. Now, this article is saying it's a Russia-linked gang, and they're saying it's the same group behind the JBS meat facility attack. But here's the part to read, quote from this article, "A broad array of businesses and public agencies were hit by this latest attack, apparently on all continents, including in financial services. Ransomware criminals infiltrated networks and sow malware that cripples them by scrambling all their data, etc." So you know what to do. Prepare with assets out of the system. Your digital money can disappear in a snap of a finger. And what are you going to do? Everyone is so used to going in, swiping their card. What if you swipe their card? What if you swipe your card and the funds are not available because of some sort of attack like this? If you have it in your hand, you do not have to worry about that. Believe me, when the grid goes down, places that sell stuff like that are going to get looted very, very quickly because you're going to see panic like you've never seen before because so many people just depend on the grocery store for their food. And we saw what happened last summer with all the events, and we saw, what desperate humans are capable of in other countries with similar situations. So it could happen here. Actually, the US could be much, much worse because we have so many more people here dependent on the payout system. And so, yes, you're going to want to have assets out of the system, preparations, not just stuff at the grocery store that you think you can go and get anytime, but preparations out of the system. All right, let's talk about oil prices. Oil hit another multi-year high just recently here. It got up to nearly $77 a barrel. Now, it did drop back down pretty heavy after it hit almost that $77 mark. But we expect prices to keep stepping higher. And this is what happens when you have lack of production. The U.S. is no longer self-sufficient as far as an oil producer. You have a lot of demand. People just want to go out and go on vacation this summer. A lot of huge surge in demand here, especially after all the shutdowns that we saw over the past year. And the cost of living is going to continue to skyrocket. All right, so let's move on to the stock market here. The Dow Jones, as I'm recording this, down nearly 400 points. We'll see how the money printers respond. Will the plunge protection team come in and just lift it back up? My guess is that yes, it's going to go back higher. However, there are some individuals out there, and this is not me saying this is me reporting on what other people are saying. And I should clear this up, by the way. There's a lot of people out there in comments that I see saying, "Oh, I said this, I said that." Just because I say something doesn't mean it's my thought. See, we do something here called reporting. Now, when I give you information, I'll tell you who said it and what their reasoning is behind it. I'll also give you a source. That's how you know it's not just me or my opinion or my analysis. Right? So people have been saying that I predicted a crash. No, I've been predicting inflation, rising prices, rising markets, the opposite of what a lot of so-called experts have predicted. All right, but again, let's talk about some of these very seasoned investors that a lot of people follow and what these people are saying. And again, this is not me saying this. And this is a recent Business Insider article. Michael Burry, Jeremy Grantham, and other top investors are predicting an epic market crash. Here are the gravest warnings so far. So, two things. One, are you prepared for your digital cash to disappear? That's upfront. I want to make sure that everybody's prepared for that. And two, are you prepared for a market crash? What's going to happen when your retirement account, if it's tied up in stocks or 401k somewhere, drops in half or worse? And this could be triggered by a digital event, maybe some sort of attack. Right? Who knows? But we have people out there saying that this is going to happen. Is it going to happen today, tomorrow, next week? I don't think any of them know, because a lot of them have been predicting this for years. So my point that's been pretty constant on this channel is we don't know when, but we do know that something bad is going to happen. Yeah, it's inevitable, basically. And let's give you a quote here out of this article from Michael Burry. Quote, "The greatest speculative bubble of all time and all things is happening right now." And he said this is preparing us for, quote, "the mother of all crashes." Quote from Jeremy Grantham, another recent quote, quote, "When you have reached this level of obvious super enthusiasm, the bubble has always, without exception, broken in the next few months, not few years." He continues, quote, "We will have to live potentially, possibly, with the greatest loss of perceived value from assets that we have ever seen." All right, now this could unfold in many different ways. You could see some sort of grid attack or monetary system attack, blackout or outage, combined with markets dropping because of the panic and because of the fallout. But what's going to still have value is going to be assets that you can use during this time, during the time of a blackout. All right, this could unfold in many different ways. You guys let me know. A lot of you guys are way smarter than me, but what I see here doesn't look good. All of the increases in these attacks and just assets disappearing and systems getting taken over by ransom, virus attacks, malware. And when you live in a country, and most of the world actually, it's mostly digital. People don't have real assets, it's just digits on a screen transferred from here to there. And what we call the economy, it's very, very dangerous of what could happen. And the dangers are increasing, prices are rising. Keep preparing, folks. I'm not saying a crash is going to happen or a blackout's going to happen, right now or next week. But things aren't looking too good. Stay well, everybody. We're going to wrap this one up. Love y'all.